Hello, teachers. So, what we're going to do today is a reminder of what you're going to do the first week of school when you're training your class on Canvas. So, as your students arrive, we'd like you to go over these menus as discussed yesterday for as long as it takes. So, we really want them to understand how to log in using My Metro Ed, how to do their health screening on their phone with the app, and then you should click on their account. Remember, we want them to set up notifications. So when you change something on your class, or when we push notifications if the school will be closed, we want you to go over files, settings, e-portfolios. We want you to click into every single one of these. The shared content, where they will have the co-op information, QR code for their mobile login, get them set up so they can have Canvas directly on their phone. And this should take really a good long while. That's why we keep saying this is going to take the whole first week of school next week. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We really want you to take some time and walk the students around these menus, walk them through their dashboard, make sure they understand what they can do here. Card view versus list view. Some students have a different view and they get very scared and they say, "Ooh, I don't have that, miss." Right. So you're going to need to walk them through this menu so that they have card view. All right. And then talk about the to-do list, right? That there's a student handbook, syllabus, right? Sometimes we post surveys here where we ask about information, especially with the co-ops. So they should have a bunch of courses, especially if they are an IET student. They will be taking an ESL class and a CTE class, so that's very important. Being able to use and find their calendar for class, very important. And sometimes there will be a co-op lesson there for them, okay? So if I click on that, and I'm a student, I should be able to get directly into the activity that talks about my strengths and weaknesses if I am using co-op 33. I will need to walk my students through this activity, talking about their strengths and weaknesses. And this is a great activity to do the first week, where students get to know other folks in the room. If they say, "I've never had a job before," well, they have done tasks in their life, whether it's babysitting, mowing the lawn, cooking. So what we want to do is be able to show this video and ask them about their experience, and then have them go ahead and write into this assignment. Okay? We're hopeful this will happen in all classes depending on your co-op. And as we discussed yesterday, the co-ops are very specific based on your class. So I'm hopeful that the CTE teachers and the teachers who missed the training yesterday will go ahead and take a look at that. Very important information. And then talk about their inbox, walk them through that conversation. And then talk about how you can email your teacher, have them go ahead and practice doing that. There's a little pencil. Have them compose a message, and they can go ahead and email their teacher directly. Okay, so if I'm sending that to my teacher, They will be able to find their teacher and show them how to do that. And they can say absent today. Show them how to do that. Okay. And show them what to write. So they have an example in their sent email. Okay. This should happen with all of our students. Okay. And then there's a little paper clip to attach an assignment, or there's a video clip. So what the students can do, show them how they can actually start recording. So if I'm not good at typing, I can start recording to my teacher. And I can say, hello, teacher, I am not coming to school today. I have to take my daughter to a doctor's appointment. Finish. And they can put the date. Very easy. Whatever date that is. Walk them through these ideas the first week of school. Okay? I cannot attend today. And then I can click send. This is me, but the student will say student Maribel. And I sent, message sent. Okay? You can see the history of what you've done before. Walk them through all of these things so they understand. And then when they're actually in your class, what we'd like for you to do, depending on what class you have, we'd like you to walk through the first week for the students. There will be a unit, and we'd really like for you to walk through step by step the unit for them to go over. So usually what I do is I send you that unit, and I've been sending lessons to people for them to go ahead and go over with the students. Everyone has the same unit. So if you are looking at the module in the staff lounge, there's an orientation and student handbook. There's the COVID screening app. There's the CASAS scores and understanding why we test. And each one of these lessons will take quite a bit of time for you to go over with your class. And it's step by step. Please go over these with all of your students again, because adult education is different than K through 12 or the CTE, SVCTE side of the house. We are very explicit when it comes to our rules, and we want our students to follow that. Inside this orientation is the student handbook link, which is very important for you to go over with your students step by step. Please go over each one of these things. Review the mission and vision, the campus map, the technology agreement, the COVID waiver. Talk about the health screening, and there's step-by-step instructions. And you should be assisting your students so that they can do this every single day. Talk about the calendar, when there will be time off. Talk about the schedule. Talk about the employment follow-up survey and how that's tied to our funding, and it's really important for them to answer that email. You can talk about our new citizenship class this year, and we encourage all students interested in that to call the office. School-wide learning outcomes is very much tied to our co-ops, because we are talking about getting students to transition to a very solid job that pays well. Okay? And then you can talk about the SMART goals And this is a whole nother activity where we start to talk about SMART goals and time management. You can talk about our personnel and our new transition specialist. You can talk about our classroom rules and our campus rules. Please incorporate these in your first days. Very important. Okay, talk about the campus map and where they can find um, administration. Please make sure you have weekly lessons that are dated for your student. Please make sure they can find the date of what's happening that week and when the assignment is due. Week by week, please make sure you have that here and make sure it's very easy for us to find those things. Please go over your home page. Make sure that the home page is very easy to see and that you have a Zoom link just in case. Okay? The orientation should be very thorough, where we're walking them through step by step, clicking them through each one of the lessons, and so they'll be able to understand it. For content classes starting on August 16th. Please make sure students can find their Canvas after they log in by using this menu. Make sure they can scroll down and find Canvas here. Please walk them through this process and demonstrate so that they're able to find their classes every time. They should have a guidance counselor class card, an orientation card, and a bunch of class cards if they're taking more than one. So if I click into any one of my classes and I'm able to find that class, they should be able to click into the module and they'll be able to see the contract or a syllabus for that class through here. Okay, as you add those, and then the week should have the lesson of what week that will be. Step by step. If you use an outside link to another software, please make sure it's been approved through the administration. Okay, and so the students will know exactly what they need to cover and what assignments will be done. Okay, please click on this and go step by step and review that the first week. Thank you.